Jai Sri Ram, Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai, Srila Gurudeva ki Jai. Today is a very, very, very auspicious day. Actually, it's already auspicious because Supreme Lord appears on this day. So nothing is more auspicious for the jivas in this world than the appearance of Bhagavan. How you want to top that? Bhagavan is appearing. Bhagavan means everything. All good qualities, all love, all beauty, all opulence, all power, everything is appearing. So how you want to top that? Not possible. So this Ram-Navami is a festival for the whole universe. All are celebrating that everywhere. All are happy. Ramachandra appeared to destroy the Rakshasas. They create so much problems, so much terror. And his Lila is huge. No? If you do Ramayana, 9 days it takes, and you have to rush through the thing. In 9 days, if you rush, you can finish Ramayana. So what to speak in a few minutes, how you can do that? It's not possible to finish that, but some sparks, maybe something is coming. You see, Krishna, he is Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan, Sri Krishna. He is Lila Purushottam, he enjoying unlimited Leelas. But sometimes also different rasas he wants to taste. As a Krishna, he does not care for any rules and any principles. Opposite.
Lila Purushottam.
He breaks them. For his Leela, he breaks them. He is Lila Purushottam. But there's also one taste to follow these rules and regulations. Then he becomes Maryada Purushottam. When Krishna is Lila Purushottam, his Purna Shakti becomes Radharani. She is Radharani. But when Lila Purushottam becomes Maryada Purushottam, Radharani's Swarup will not fit in that Lila. So she becomes a Sita. Also perfectly following. As perfect as Ramachandra Bhagavan is, as perfect is also Sita, Devi. So she comes in the same form, and he's enjoying to follow these principles. His devotees are suffering for that. Nobody wants that Ramachandra goes to the forest. Only Kaikeyi wants that. Nobody else wants that, but Ramachandra immediately accepts, and he's going. So they cannot tolerate that. All Ayodhya-vasis, they don't want to let Ramachandra go. So they all said, if you go to the forest, wherever you are, there is Ayodhya, we will all go with you. Let Bharat sit alone on the throne in Ayodhya, we will all go with you to the forest. They all want to go with him. But Ramachandra is tricking them and is escaping and going to the forest. So when Bharat came to know what happened, he was absent when all this story happened. When he came to know, then actually in Ram Lila, you see, generally we think Ramachandra, he is the hero. It's Ramayana, this is his name, but actually others are even more than him. That is also Bhagavan's desire, to make his bhaktas more glorious, to make the others more glorious. You see, Bharat's character actually more than Ramachandra's is even higher character. His purity, his pure devotion to Ram is so touching. He defeated also Ramachandra by his good character. So when Bharat came to know what happened, that he has to sit on the throne because his mother made this some intrigue, then he immediately rejected that, and he rejected also his mother. He only said Maharani to her, no more mother. He could not tolerate this. So immediately he went to Chitrakoot, to the forest, to bring back his brother. So they went. Bharat with big army, royal procession came to meet Ramachandra, who left with Lakshman and Sita Devi. So Lakshman, he was doubtful. Oh, Bharat is coming, he wants to kill my brother, that he will never return. Not only 14 years he will stay in the forest, he will never return. So he wants to be the king. Then Ramachandra, he understood what is Bharat's love for him. So he cooled down Lakshman. Then they came. And Bharat immediately said, oh brother, the throne is only yours. I will not sit on this throne. I have no right to sit on the throne. You, the eldest brother, that is only for you. I don't want this throne. I never wanted that, I don't want it now. Then they start some arguments, then Janak Maharaj arrived. Everybody knows Janak, he is totally neutral person, completely impartial person. Even Janak means he's the father of Sita Devi. He might be partial because of that, but everybody knew Janak Maharaj, whatever he will say, this is impartial truth. He's one of the Mahajans, 12 Mahajans in the universe. So whatever Janak Maharaj says, you can follow blindly. It is perfect. So all agreed to make Janak Maharaj the judge. Judge, they make some court. And Ramachandra and Bharat, they are fighting who will not sit on the throne. First time in history. Otherwise they all were fighting for the throne. Now they were fighting who will not sit on the throne. Everybody, both did not want to sit on the throne. Then Ramachandra spoke what he said, him following his father's command. Actually his father never pronounced that, but Kaikeyi pronounced that. But for him no is the same. So he cannot break his father's words. He has to stick to his dharma, to follow, to obey his father. Then Bharat, he said also, but you are the eldest and only you deserve, and without you nobody can rule this Ayodhya, so Ayodhya is yours. So they were arguing, then came one decision. They asked then Janak Maharaj, what is his decision? When Janak Maharaj saw Bharat's devotion to Ram, then he said, okay, my decision is what? Ramachandra, he is perfectly following his dharma, but the power of dharma is defeated by the brotherly love of Bharat. His love is more, so Bharat should be given right. Bharat wins. And Ramachandra, he's always peaceful. When he was announced to become king, he was peaceful. When in the night it was cancelled and he had to go to the forest, he was peaceful. Now also he heard this decision, he has to go back, also he's peaceful. Then Ramachandra, of course, Janak Maharaj is his Gurujan, his superior, so he accepted his decision. And then he said, I accept, I become king of Ayodhya. Whatever you say, I follow. And my first order is, Bharat Maharaj will sit on the throne for 14 years. I stay in the forest. That was his first order when he was announced king. Then Bharat Maharaj fell to his feet and said, oh brother, even when I defeated you, in my heart I knew I cannot defeat you. He understood, so he accepted. You know, what he can do? He's fully surrendered to Ram. What Ram says, as a king, he has to follow. So he said, my brother, I follow your command, but I will never sit on the throne. Please give me your paduka, your shoes. I will put your shoes on the throne. They will rule Ayodhya, I am the servant of your shoes. I will do like this. Then Ramachandra gave him. So Bharat came to the forest with the good hope to bring back his brother, but he could only take back his shoes. But at least this he put on his head and came back. Put them, installed the shoes on the throne and surrendered. And Bharat, he said, my brother is living in the forest. How can I sleep in a palace? So he went also. He left Ayodhya and went to the outskirts. There's one called Nandigram, and he stayed there. In a small, he also made a jata. He could not, because his brother was wearing jata, these dreadlocks, and only simple clothes. So Bharat did the same. He said, how can I wear a kingly royal dress? How can I do? My brother is not doing, so he did the same. He just took the dress of Tyagi, of a sadhu, and stayed in Nandigram. And he was eating only barley cooked in cow urine for 14 years. He was eating that. He said, I cannot. My brother, he has made the vow of Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas means you can eat only some fruits and roots, nothing. So I can also not eat better than my brother. And my brother is sleeping on the floor, on the ground. So how can I sleep in the bed? How can I sleep on the ground? It's the same level like my brother, it's impossible. So he made a hole inside the earth and was sleeping down. So I cannot sleep on the same. So you can see what character Bharat had. And when Bharat left from Chitrakoot and took the shoes, we were so crying. He said, my brother, I accept what you say, I follow. 14 years I will do that. But if you come one day late, I jump into the fire. He said that. And Ramachandra knew that. So therefore when everything was finished, they were rushing with the Pushpaka Viman, with the Kuvaras aeroplane. They were rushing because they knew Bharat was already piling up firewood. He was. When they come one day late, he will jump into the fire. So Bharat's character actually is so high. We see Lakshman's character also. What he did. Lakshman, when he heard his brother has to go, his mother actually, Sumitra, she said, go and serve your brother. He was very happy to receive that order from his mother. So immediately he went. And Lakshman, 14 years he was not eating, not sleeping, only serving. He was collecting roots, fruits, everything for Ramachandra. He was making nice bed for Ramachandra and Sita Devi. He was making everything, but himself he never took. No rest, no food. 14 years. Only serving. And he left his wife at home. Ramachandra, he lost his kingdom, but he took his wife. Lakshman, he left Urmila in Ayodhya and went without his wife. His sacrifice even greater than Ramachandra's sacrifice. But Bharat's sacrifice is more. He stayed in Ayodhya, but he sent his wife also back. She said, you stay in the palace, you care for Mother Kaushalya. You can. So they, each other competing who is a more noble character. This Ramayana is with all, it is amazing. Then you see Hanuman and all the persons who come in, Ramachandra gives them so much high position in the Lila. It's so beautiful. So Ramayana, if you want to learn Dharma, if you want to learn nobility, if you want to learn how is to keep a character, how to keep the world, then read the Ramayana. Our Guru Maharaj said, if you want to learn Dharma, read Ramayana. You will cry from beginning to end. It's so intense. It is from beginning to end. When you think now it's a climax, it cannot become more pathetic. Again it becomes until the end. When our Guru was speaking this Ramayana, he was crying. When our Vishnu Maharaj will explain how Sita left this world, all will cry. This is so nice Lila. And our Acharyas, they gave warnings, said, don't go too deep into Ram Lila, you will forget Krishna. It is so charming, it is so beautiful, it is so touching, heart-touching, this Rama. And his character, to keep his word, he is ready to sacrifice everything. But he kept his word. This is one rasa also he is enjoying. Supreme Lord is enjoying to be Maryada Purushottam. Nobody can break his decision. No one can break this. Whole universe cannot combine. They cannot break his decision. So this is such a glorious day that this Ramachandra appears on this earth planet. He's walking barefoot, going to the forest. He's blessing this earth planet so beautifully, and he's the embodiment of all good qualities. So that is already topmost auspicious, but even something better happened today. This is the wonderful thing. Today, 20 years ago, our Guru Maharaj, he installed Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Jagannath in Vienna. So Ramachandra appeared in Treta Yuga. Still we are celebrating this. But Gauranga and Mahaprabhu and Jagannath appeared just 20 years ago. Not in India, in Vienna, just next to us. So Guru Maharaj on this day today, he installed these deities. It was very blissful, very nice day. And then he explained one verse from Bhagavatam. Tyaktva suduschata surepsita raja lakshming dharmishta arya vachasa yadagadharanyam mayamrigam daita epsita anvadavat bande mahapurushate charanarvindam. It's a mystical verse. Refers to Ramachandra, refers to Mahaprabhu also, to both. Tyaktva suduschata surepsita raja lakshmim. He gave up what is very difficult to give up, Raja Lakshmi. can refer to his kingdom, which is full of opulence. Also means Raja Lakshmi means the princess Sita Devi. Even the demigods, they want the blessing of Lakshmi. He gave her up. At the end of Lila, Ram Lila, then he also rejected Sita Devi, sent her to the forest, even she was pregnant. So he did that. Tyaktva suduschata surepsita Raja Lakshmi. All demigods want the blessing of Lakshmi Devi. He just gave it up. Because one of the opulences of Bhagavan is also he is supreme renounced. His renunciation is also complete. Tyaktva surepsita Raja Lakshmi dharmishta arya vachasa yat agadaranyam. To keep the word, arya vachasa, many meanings. To keep the word of his father, he went to the forest. Also arya vachasa here refers his father, Dasharat Maharaj. When he was young, he was a young prince, he was not married yet. That time he went hunting. And he was very excellent archer, so he could shoot the arrow without looking, just listening. He could. So he went, in the night time, he went to the river, was shooting, he wanted to kill some deer. So he went and he listened at the river, one deer is drinking. He listened at. So without looking, he just aimed, hearing, and shot. And when this arrow hit, he heard a human cry, "Ah!" Then he was shocked. What was that? So he went there and he saw he killed. He pierced one young Brahmin, one Rishikumar. He pierced him. And he was, what to do now? And what he can do? Already pierced. If you take out the arrow, he will die. If you keep him inside, he will die. He did not know what to do. Then he said, "Oh, I am so sorry. I could not understand that you are like this." Then this Rishi Kumar said, "I have no problem to die. But my parents are depending on me. Both my parents are blind. I am the only son of them. They only know my voice. Without me, they will also die." His name is Shravan Kumar. They only know, the parents never saw him. They only listened him. So I'm just coming to bring some water to my parents and you kill me? What is that? What kind of prince you are? He said, "I am prince from this Surya Vamshi." Then Dasharat Maharaj did not know what you can do, how you can undo that. Then that Shravan Kumar said, "Let me die here, but bring one pot of water to my parents. They're waiting for me." Then Dasharat Maharaj, very heavy, he was walking up a little there. And when the parents listened, "Who is coming? This is not our son." But they know how he is walking, they're listening very careful. "Who is there?" And Dasharat Maharaj, he does not dare to say what happened. And he wants to give the water, but they don't want to take anything except from their son. Then they asking what happened to our son. Then when Dasharat told what happened, then the Rishi, the father, he said, "Without our son we don't want to live. You killed our son, you killed also us by this, so let us all die here on the spot. But we curse you, you will also die in the grief of your son." He had no son at that time. Dasharat was not married, but they cursed him. "You will die grieving for your son. Your heart will break and you will die." And they threw some water, cursed him and left the body, both of them. And Dasharat was shocked. No? So therefore, Arya Vachasa Yadagadharanyam. So that is also one, that curse was there. Because of that, Ramachandra was sent to the forest, and that broke the heart of Dasharat. That is also there. Many meanings actually, can speak. Mayamrigam daitayepsita anvadavat. And Mayamriga means Maricha. When Ramachandra, when they were small boys, had to go to Gurukul. Dasharat, his father, was so attached to his small boy that he could not bear that separation, but they had to go to Gurukul for 12 years or something. 15 years to get some education. Then after, when he was a teenager, like 16, 17, something like that age, they came back. Like very strong princess of Dasharatha Maharaj was so happy. They came back, and very soon after that, Vishwamitra Muni came. And he's a great sadhu. So Dasharatha Maharaj was very happy. Oh Maharaj, please come. Whatever you want, I give you. Should not have said that.
Your voice. Yeah.
Then Vishwamitra said, actually, I started one yajna. We were singing this Ramashtakam. I started one yajna, but that Subahu and Maricha, so two Rakshasas, very strong, they always come and destroy my yajna. But I made a vow, he's Vishwamitra, he knows all weapons, he doesn't need any protector. But I started this yajna, I made a vow, I cannot fight. If I fight, I break the rules. So that yajna cannot be completed. So I need someone else to kill them. So I was thinking of your boys, Ram and Lakshmana. When he said Ram and Lakshmana, Dasharatha became like dead. He did not want to listen to that. And he said, they are boys. I mean, they're teenagers. I come with all my army, I will destroy them, don't worry. Then Vishwamitra just, when he want to argue, he said, what, you are a descendant of Surya Vamsha? This is your keeping the word? King, this is your glory? The Harishchandra and such kings are in your dynasty and you speak like that? Already earth was trembling when Dasharatha really wanted to break his word out of love for his son. Nobody ever broke the word in this Surya Vamsha, but he was about to do that. Then then Vasishta, his guru, he intervened. He said, hey, king, do it, give your sons to Vishwamitra. It's good for them. It's for the benefit of Ram, Lakshman, send them with Vishwamitra. Many benefits actually came out from that. So then Dasharatha, with a very heavy heart, he agreed. Many Ramayans, there are many different versions of there. In some versions of Ramayana, Vishwamitra, he said, I will send Ram and Lakshman, and he sent Bharat and Shatrughan. He was thinking Vishwamitra doesn't know they are twins, I mean, like they are brothers, no? Look same, so he sent them. Then Vishwamitra became very angry and he attacked Ayodhya. That is also, some, Ramayana also different Puranas, different stories are there. So, then they went, Ram and Lakshmana went with Vishwamitra, and on the way, Vishwamitra, he was teaching all divine weapons to Ramachandra, which he learned from Lord Shiva. Everything he taught to him. So that was one benefit. Then they came to the yajna, and they started the yajna. Vishwamitra and the Rishi started. Then Subahu and Maricha appeared again from the sky, throwing some blood and some flesh and some of these all dirty things to defile everything, to ruin the yajna. When Ram and Lakshman, when they saw them, immediately they took up the arrows, and Ram took one arrow and they killed Subahu with one arrow, finished him. Then he killed all other demons who came there, but then he took one arrow, Ballabh, which was very strong, but he broke the tip. He did not, without the pointed tip, he broke that and shot just the arrow to Maricha. And Maricha was thrown away for 800 miles from one arrow. Then he, on the other side of the ocean, he woke up, like he came, what happened? Then he was reflecting, what is that? One arrow, so much power. I mean, they were Rakshasas, nobody could defeat them. Then he realized, actually, our Rakshas power is nothing. So why to stay a demon? Better become a sannyasi. I have nothing to say. So he renounced everything, became sannyasi. That I have nothing to say. If one arrow has such an effect on me, then why I will become a big demon? He took sannyas and stayed there and was just chanting. And by chanting, he realized slowly, who shot this arrow? Oh, he is Bhagavan. But later on, when Ram went to the forest and all these things, it's a long story, we cannot. Then Ravan, he wanted to steal Sita Devi. And he came to his uncle Maricha, who took sannyas. So Ravan came there and said, "Oh, my dear Maricha, I need your help because you're a very good magician. I need someone to trick Ramachandra. You should take the form of a golden deer, of a Maik deer, a very wonderful deer, and you drive away Ramachandra, you tempt him away from his wife, and I will steal his wife." And then Maricha said, I took sannyas. I am no more demon. I don't want to do these things. Then Ravan said, "I did not come to discuss. You come or I kill you." No need to argue. If you come, okay. If not, I kill you. Then Maricha was thinking, if I don't obey this order, Ravan will kill me. If I obey his order, Ram will kill me. So better to be killed by Ram, because he's Bhagavan. If you get being killed by Ram, this is very auspicious. So he said, "Yes, I will do it." So he became this Maya Mriga. Maricha became Maya Mriga. So he came near there. And Ramachandra, Lakshman and Sita Devi, they were staying there. Dandakaranya. Last year, 13 years passed of the 14 years. Last year then this Maya Mriga came. Then when Sita Devi saw that deer, so beautiful, like colorful, like gold and silver, you never saw like supernatural deer. Then she was charmed. "Oh, so beautiful. Ramachandra, oh my dear husband, 13 years I never asked you anything. I tolerated everything. I never complained. But please, I have one desire only. Fulfill me. Bring me this deer." Lakshman immediately said, Hey. This is, we are in Dandakaranya. Here is full of these Rakshasas. They have all Maya. This is all illusion. Ramachandra also, he is Supreme Lord. He knows that. But he followed. His wife wants that to show. That is also dharma of the husband. If she wants something, you have to do. Then he went. And Lakshman, he left there and he ordered to Lakshman, "You never leave Sita. Under no circumstances you leave her, you stay here and protect her. No circumstance." Lakshman, he is fully surrendered to Ramachandra, so he stayed. Then Ramachandra went and the deer was hopping here and hopping there, and he went deeper in the forest, and he was very deep already. Then Maricha was thinking, now Ramachandra is far away, far away, so let me be killed. So then he was standing on one spot, then Ramachandra aimed the arrow and shot this arrow and shot. And when he shot Maricha, in the voice of Ram, Maricha was saying, "Oh Lakshman Trahimam, Lakshman save me," with Ramachandra's voice. That Lakshman heard, Sita also heard. Sita, when entered into here, she became sad. "Oh, my husband is in danger. Lakshman, you listen." Lakshman was just on duty. Just took Ram's order to his heart, no change. Then Sita Devi, "You listen, what happened?" Lakshman said, "I listen." "You go." She said, "My brother nobody can defeat. Don't worry." No, you have to go. I will go. Lakshman tried to pacify her. Then Sita Devi became very strong. And she said, "Oh Lakshman, now I understand. You want my husband to be killed because you want me." That was such a punch to Lakshman. Lakshman, you see, Lakshman never looked in the face of Sita Devi. He's such perfect character. When they found, later when Sita Devi was kidnapped, she dropped her jewelry on the way to mark the way where she is going. So when they found that, then when later, is long story, when they met Hanuman, because Hanuman got that, then Hanuman showed the bangles and the earrings of Sita Devi. Then Lakshman said, "I don't know this." But when they showed the ankle belts of Sita Devi from the feet, yeah, that is Sita's. He never looked even the hands or the earrings. He was so pure. But Sita Devi pierced him with these words. She said, "You want my husband to die because you have an eye on me." Lakshman could not tolerate this. He said, "Okay, I go." So he made with his bow, he made some lines, Lakshman Rekha. I said, "Don't cross this line." So he put his power, Ananta's power, into this line. Nobody can cross that. You stay here, you are safe. So he left inside the forest. In the meantime, Ramachandra killed Maricha. And he was running back. And then Lakshman came to him. When Ram saw, Lakshman, what happened? Why you come? You break my order? That was another piecing for Lakshman. He had to break. I said, oh brother, Immediately Ramachandra was running back. But in the meantime, Ravan came in the form of a Tridandi sannyasi. It is mentioned there. He took Tridandi sannyasi, chanting Vedic mantras, and came to Sita and begging alms. Bhavati bhiksham dehi. He came there. And Sita Devi said, oh, it's my duty. So she prepared something and said, please take. Then Ravan wanted to enter. There is the line of Lakshman. He could not enter that. No power to enter. And then he realized, some power is there. So he sat down and said, I am so tired. Please bring me that. A whole day I'm walking. I cannot walk anymore. Please bring me that. And Sita Devi wanted to go. Then she remembered, Lakshman said, never cross this line. I cannot, she said. Maharaj, I cannot. Please take. Then Ravan, all tricks, Rakshasas. Then he said, you don't want to serve your guest? I will curse you. I know your husband is already in danger. And Sita Devi started trembling and she took the fruits, went outside, crossed this line and gave it to Ravan. Then Ravan just took her and showed his real Swarup and kidnapped her. So that is Mayamrigam Daita Epsita Anvadhavat. He was running after this Mayamriga because his demos, Daita, she wanted that. And that is also, meaning is also, it's Mayamrigam. What he did with the Mayamriga, he killed it. This illusion, Ramachandra will kill. This is also, if even we are not pure, one meaning is, we are not pure, we don't have to wait to become pure to come to Ramachandra. He will kill this Maya. Whatever Maya we are in, whatever Maya we are carrying with us, he will kill it. No problem. So that is also there. Many other meanings also there. Vande Mahapurushate Charanaravindam. That Ramachandra came. So that is in Bhagavatam. That is very auspicious, but more auspicious even today. Mahaprabhu and Jagannath appeared by the mercy of our Gurudev. That is Archa Vigraha, so we can serve them. They are so merciful. Jagannath even becomes sick. Which Bhagavan becomes sick, which God becomes sick, you can treat him, you can cook some diet for him, you can hold him, you can... Devotees bring some like, Aushada. Not only Aushada, also some small cows and something he can cuddle with them and something. So they have so heart opens, if somebody is suffering. So Bhagavan also, he is even become... Jagannath becomes sick, After Snan Yatra for 2 weeks, he is catching cold. Then all they bring some this cough, bonbons and everything. Devotees bring so many things for Jagannath. He is accepting special service. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appeared in this Archa Vigraha. So this is even more auspicious for us. Ramachandra appeared in Treta Yoga in Ayodhya, but Mahaprabhu Jagannath appeared 20 years ago only here in Vienna. And they accepting our service. Guru Maharaj invited them. So that time we were pujaris and we were Niskincha Maharaj. He brought Mahaprabhu. He came inside with the beautiful Mahaprabhu when they came from India. So beautiful. I remember that. And then after 1-2 days we installed them there. So Antaryami was actually there. We were pujaris and we dressed them nicely, everything. And then Guru Maharaj came. Go out! He sent us all out. Nobody was allowed to witness this installation when he was calling the light. He became angry. Go out! Go from here. Sent us all out. Then he called Mahaprabhu and Jagannath to accept the service. This is here. Even more auspicious things also appeared today. That is already more auspicious, but very auspicious also today is appearance day of Srila Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, who is such a great devotee. Devotees are more merciful even than Bhagavan. They carrying Bhagavan everywhere in their heart. Bhagavan, he will stand in the temple, but devotees will go everywhere. They are Patita Pavan, going everywhere. So Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, he came to Vienna also. 3 times, I think, 4 times. 3 times we met him.
First time we know him.
First time he was here 98, 99, then 2000 and 2002. This year he came here and he did kirtan, and he was such an amazing devotee, so powerful. It's incredible. If you meet him, you get like an electric shock. This bhakti just coming out like this. When he spoke, his katha went inside. This was so powerful. I hardly meet such a person like him. And for me personally, really, he changed my life. So I'm very grateful to have met him. And his appearance there also today, and he was similar mood. Externally, he was showing like this, very controlled, like Maryada Purushottam. He also, and his disciples also had to be like that. You know, his disciples, if they would pick up some devotee from Indian railway station, they had to buy a platform ticket. Nobody is buying platform ticket in India. It's officially you have to buy a platform ticket if you go like 1 rupee or something. If you go as a non-passenger to the railway platform, you have to buy a platform ticket. I think nobody does that, except the disciples of Srila Bhakti of Tirtha Maharaj. They had to do that. They had to follow all the Maryada, because he wanted them to be perfect members of society. So that was his external mood, but internally he was fully in prema. That is, he cannot say he was under rules and regulations. Internally he was full of prema. So many special Leelas with him also. And he was so fond of kirtan, and the kirtan he put all his power. And when he was singing kirtan, he forgot this world. What was going around, he did not care. Once in Kolkata, I had a kirtan party, big, you know, and Indian sound system on one rickshaw with 1,000 cables, you know, and like this, and people not working properly, of course. So Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj got the mic, and he was singing, and he had some. And one mridanga player with him, they are very, Chaitanya Gaudiya Mat, they have the best kirtans, very nice. So they went, and Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj started singing kirtan, Nagar Sankirtan on the street. And then the sound system, they had to stop or something, or start repairing. But Srila Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, he was just going. He did not realize that there's nobody with. The mridanga player was saying, stop here, go. So he went with his Gurudev, and he was playing mridanga, and Maharaj was singing. So after 100 meters, he realized nobody is with me. He was not aware of what is going on. He was just singing for Bhagavan. That was his mood. When he was singing, really Bhagavan appeared. I mean, Maharaj is also witness. In that small temple, in the first temple here in Vienna, they made kirtan like the house will go to Vaikuntha. It was so beautiful. Really, he was crying. Go, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. He was calling them, and Sri Radhe, 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 Govinda, Jai Jai. It was really beautiful singing. So that was his mood. He was not singing for the audience, not speaking for the audience. He was just doing his service for Bhagavan. Once they arranged a program in, I think it's South India somewhere. The Bhakti Kinka Damodar Maharaj, he arranged that with some brahmacharis. They rented they made one pandal program. There were maybe 200 seats, nicely, like beautifully decorated, everything. Stage was there, prasadam was arranged, and they made posters in the city, everything. And then the day was there, evening program or the program started. One person showed up. Only one guest showed up. And one old man sitting in the first row. The brahmacharis, there's so much money they spent, so much effort, and they bring their Gurudev here. So they started kirtan before class, little kirtan. You know, no enthusiasm. One person is here. Then Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, they called him. Then he came. He not looking 1 person or 10,000 persons. He sat there, spoke 1.5 hours, full Harikatha. He spoke like always. Then after that 1.5 hours, that person also was already. But he did not care. Then after class, he said, now do kirtan and prasadam, and he went. No interest if there are 10,000 people or not. He spoke only for the pleasure of his Guru and for the pleasure of Bhagavan. Sometimes he would speak in his room the Harikatha. Especially when he had some public programs, there you can speak only basics. Like you are not the body, this is a karma. But it's not Harikatha. This is just give some instructions. But he wanted to speak Harikatha. So before that public program in the room, he spoke Harikatha for his Gurudev. Then he went out and we spoke for the public. he was like that. Really, he was so internally connected. And by this pure character, he attracted so many persons. So many persons. They changed their life because of him. I changed my life because of him. There's really no exaggeration. And I told my history I just saw him one afternoon and finished. I never went to any discotheque, any bar, any club, anything. I had no more taste when I saw him just one afternoon. And I told this history to Bhagavata.dharma.ashram, Maharaj, and he said, like your history, so many. My Gurudev, he changed so many persons. They just saw one kirtan, saw one Katha, they changed their life. He had that power. Because Krishna inside the heart. If one sadhu is coming, we have to understand Krishna is coming. We have to leave. Even I'm engaged in puja. If one sadhu is coming, I will beg my Ishtadev to receive the sadhu. Because sadhu, in his heart, that Bhagavan is more alive than Archa Vigraha even. More than Archa is in the book, in the Shastra, and even more is in the heart of the Bhaktas. So that is very important. If some sadhu is coming, we should treat him like Bhagavan, more even. It means Bhagavan is coming. That is the meaning, and we should fully receive him and worship him. Then Krishna is more happy also with that. So he gave many, many teachings. So it's a very auspicious day today. These three very, fortunate, very auspicious occasions fall together in one Tithi. This is very, very, very nice. So I'm happy to celebrate this with the devotees, and we pray for the mercy of Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan, and pray for the mercy of our Mahaprabhu and Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Jagannath Dev, and we pray for the mercy of Sri Bhakti Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. Gourpremanande Haribol. Devam Chakalpatarubhascha Kripasinduve Vachapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.